verse 11. Then the children of Israel did evil in the eyes of Yahweh, and they served the Baalim, or the Baals, and forsook Yahweh, Elohim of their fathers, who had brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim, or Egypt, and went after other Elohim, other mighty ones of the people, who were all around them. And they bowed down to them, and they provoked Yahweh. So they forsook Yahweh, and served Baal and Ashtaroth. Baal, literally in English, means Lord. It is a generic title and name. And Ashtaroth is in the plural. The singular form is Ashtar. Judges chapter 10, verse 6. And the children of Israel again did evil in the eyes of Yahweh, and served the Baalim and the Ashtaroth, and the mighty ones of Aram, and the mighty ones of Sidon, and the mighty ones of Moab, and the mighty ones of the children of Ammon, and the mighty ones of the Philistine, or the Philistines, and forsook Yahweh, and did not serve him. Therefore, the displeasure of Yahweh burned against Israel, and he sold them into the hands of the Philistines, and into the hands of the children of Ammon. It is very important to understand that Yahweh told the children of Israel that they should love him and serve him with all of their heart and all of their mind and all of their being. And if they would forsake Yahweh, that all of the curses written in the Torah would come upon them. But if they would serve him, then all of the barakot, what people call blessings, would pour down upon them. The children of Israel constantly forsook Yahweh, and when they did, he smote them and allowed them to be conquered by their enemies. Now, let us fast forward to the time of Yirmiyahu, or Jeremiah, the prophet. Jeremiah records in chapter 7 of verse 18, the children are gathering wood, the fathers are lighting the fire, and the women are kneading their dough to make cakes for the queen of the heavens, and to pour out drink offerings to other Elohim to provoke me. Is it me they are provoking, declares Yahweh? Is it not themselves unto the shame of their own faces? Therefore, thus said the Master Yahweh, see my displeasure, and my wrath is poured out on this place, on man and on beast, and on the trees of the field, and on the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and not be quenched. We see that the families that lived in Yerushalayim, in the Kodesh set apart city of Yahweh, that they were kneading dough and preparing cakes. These cakes would be decorated with the cross of Tammuz. These were the first hot cross buns, and they were doing this to provoke Yahweh to wrath. And Yahweh says that he will pour out his displeasure and his wrath on that place. And he did. And he poured it out on man and beast, on the trees of the field, and on the fruit of the ground. And he used Nebuchadnezzar, the sovereign of Babylon. You see, Babylon revived yet again during this time, and its sovereign, its king, was Nebuchadnezzar, who went against and pillaged the children of Yehudah, who are called the Jews, or Judah. And when he brought them as slaves into his city, they would pass through the Ishtar gates, the gates of Easter. These were the gates of oppression for the children of Yahuwah and for his people. We know during this time that Yirmiyahu escaped, and he never went into Babylon. However, Daniel, who is called Daniel, and Ezekiel, Yehezekiel, also did go into Babylon, and they flourished there as prophets of the Most High, guarded by Yahuwah Elohim of Yisrael, along with the sacred egg of Ishtar. The rabbit is still a symbol of fertility used today and a symbol of prostitution. The unclean animal is sacred.
Quranical Nation, are you understanding what's going on here? Are you understanding the occult symbolisms, the heathen satanic symbolisms? Listen, I'm going to tell you something. The only ones deceived here are professed Christians. You got Satanists, you have pagans, you have people that's Hindu, Buddha, New Age. Majority, if not 95% of these people understand the symbolisms of the rabbit, of the egg, of the cross, everything that Christians hold as divinity. All of it has its pagan origins. People, this has nothing to do with God. This has nothing to do with Jesus. This is the devil infiltrating the body of Christ. And listen, this is not a theory, people. This is a conspiracy to turn people away from the true creator to worshiping Satan disguised under a veil of the serpent's body. People, we have to, in order for us to be prepared for Christ's coming, we have to put away all idols. That is the first and second commandment. Thou shalt not make no other God before me, and thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image of anything in the heavens or in the earth or in the earth beneath, under the earth. We are not to make idols. People, this is idolatry. And guess what? Because this nation basically is supposed to be based off Christianity, have turned away from God. Think about why a lot of things are happening. Think about why the Satan Brotherhood has infiltrated the United States of America, bringing us all to our knees. People, the storm is coming. Let's get back to the video. At this moment, please take the time to subscribe and hit that bell. Remember, people, this is my second page. The first page, which had 24 to 25,000 followers or subscribers, has been destroyed. I mean, banned from YouTube because I was touching on the predictive programming pertaining to the coronavirus. So they got rid of me. They banned that whole channel. So people, I'm rebuilding this channel and I need your help to subscribe, hit that bell, share and like, and bring your family members. Let's get back to the video.
Worship of Tammuz, namely the worship of the pig that conquered Tammuz. This is important to comprehend because Yahweh says that the swine is abomination. You do not touch its dead carcass, you do not eat it. It does not split the hoof, it does not chew the cud, therefore even its dead body is abomination unto you. But the Babylonians worship these things. Yahweh Elohim was enraged that the elders of the house of Yehudah would worship these abominations and do these practices in his house. Therefore, the decree was that Yahweh said that all of them should be slain, and indeed they were. Yahweh will begin judgment in his own house, amongst his own people, before he judges the rest of the world. All of this information is easily accessible. All one has to do is use a dictionary, encyclopedia, or the internet today to discover that Easter has pagan roots. Even on the surface, one can see that something is not quite right about the Easter holiday and its affiliation with the Hebrew Messiah, Yahushua. And the really sad part is that when Christian pastors and teachers are presented with this information, they will acknowledge that they already knew that Easter had pagan origins, or that the various celebrations were obviously pagan, but they will say that it does not matter because they are not bound to the law and commandments of the Most High Yahuwah.
Sun God is for Sunday. Moon God is for Monday. That's a sermon for another time. Believe me, much of what Christianity salutes is pagan to its roots.
All this business about mistletoe, pagan. Christmas trees, pagan. giving out gifts, pagan. Every bit of it is pagan. Every single bit of it is pagan. We've Christianized it all. And so that's good.
Satanists, witches, and warlocks, and all types of idol worshippers all over the world still celebrate Ostara, Ishtar, and Easter to worship the female deity of ancient Babylon. This is very important because the witches understand that the Christians have essentially hijacked parts of their religion and used them as their own.
We're ready for our ritual segment, and as I said before, we're going to be celebrating Ostara. As I told Becca and Emily, Ostara means bunnies and candy, and what else? And eggs. Oh my, right? It's a fun holiday, and we all enjoy it. We all know what a lot of the other world celebrates, which is Easter. It always surprises me how similar Easter, Ostara, what do you think? Think they're related? Yeah, could be. This season, this holiday has a lot to do with fertility, with spring, new growth, rebirth, all kinds of fun stuff, and that's what bunnies and eggs are all about.
By all the old and ancient gods, you who have watched us come through the winter, as we now start to romp into spring.
Easter and Ostara are derived from the Teutonic goddess Ostra. The name is thus Germanic and not Celtic in origin, as some mistakenly believe. The Ostra is a goddess of the dawn and of springtime. The English word east is also derived from her name, again owing to her role as goddess of the dawn.
Goddess, Lady of Delight, maiden clear and bright, flowers bloom in the field, your powers are revealed.
That we've charged these eggs. Pass them out. On them you will find a word. The word is what you need to concentrate on, focus on until the next full moon.
He was a rabbit, and it was traditional that the people would take eggs at this time of the year and they throw them into the bonfire to make the crops grow, right? Well, it just so happened that Simon Willoughby used to play tricks on the people all the time. When they get their eggs ready to throw in the bonfires and work the magic. Just a minute. Simon Willoughby would take the eggs and hide them, and the people had to go find the eggs. So that's why every year, as Ostara's bunny, Simon Willoughby, he would go hide all the eggs. So that's why we follow that same tradition. We take Simon Willoughby, which was the Ostara's bunny, and we go hunt the eggs that he hid from everybody. Okay, now I'm going to say he was very mischievous. Okay.
Well, you find the eggs and then you throw them in the fire?
Well, we're going to do a ritual first, and then we're going to do the tradition of hunting down the eggs. Do y'all want to do the ritual with me? Okay.
Yeah.
Nearly all Christians will state that Easter does not mean this to them, and they will say that they do Easter for the Lord. However, Devarim, Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 30 reads, "Guard yourself that you are not ensnared to follow them after they are destroyed from before you, and that you do not inquire about their Elohim, their mighty ones, saying, how did these nations serve their Elohim, their mighty ones, and let me do so too." Yahuwah says, do not do to him as the other nations do to their mighty ones, because their mighty ones are nothing more than demons. In the book of Devarim or Deuteronomy, further in chapter 18, verse 9, when you come into the land which Yahuwah, your Elohim, is giving you, do not learn to do according to the abominations of those Gentiles, those nations. Let no one be found among you who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, in other words, human sacrifice, or one who practices divination, or a user of magic, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer, or one who conjures spells, or a medium, or a spiritist, or one who calls up the dead. For whoever does these are an abomination to Yahuwah, and because of these abominations, Yahuwah your Elohim drives them out from before you. Yahuwah states that all the nations practice magic and witchcraft, and they bow down to idols, and Yahuwah forbids all of these. In the King James Version, the word me'onen is translated an observer of times here. This term is interchangeable with the using of magic and omens. This is important because the Hebrew term me'onen literally can mean to observe times, to practice magic, or to interpret an omen. The time, known as Ishtar, is a high Sabbath to witches and to those who practice the occult. Therefore, Yahuwah says, let none of them be found among you. Therefore, almost all of Christianity today is guilty before Yahuwah, creator of heaven and earth, for mixing pagan worship in with his set-apart truth. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 reads, these are the words of Shaul or Paul. It says, no, but what the Gentiles, the nations offer, they offer to demons and not to Elohim. And I do not wish you to become sharers with demons. You are not able to drink the cup of the master and the cup of demons. You are not able to partake of the table of the master and of the table of demons. Further, he says to the Galatians in chapter 4, verse 8, but then indeed, not knowing Elohim, you serve those by which by nature are not Elohim or mighty ones. But now, after you have known Elohim, or rather are known by Elohim, how do you turn again to the weak and poor elementary matters to which you wish to be enslaved again? You observe days and months and seasons and years. Remember that Hebrew term for observing days and months and seasons and years is me'onen. It is forbidden in the Torah of Yahuwah. It is forbidden to observe pagan holidays. You observe days and months and seasons and years. I fear for you, lest by any means I have labored for you in vain. Shaul, the apostle of Yahushua, states to the Galatians that he is concerned that all of his labor for them has been in vain because they have gone back to worshiping pagan deities by observing their set-apart days, months, seasons, and years. Thus, they are drinking from the cup of the master by giving him lip service, but also drinking from the cup of demons.
A first channel with over 700 videos was banned off of YouTube. So we building this channel up. Take the time to subscribe and share these videos. We will continue. Remember, this is not a theory, but it is a conspiracy. Believe that.